Kids Yoga Meets Astrology. I am coming to you today from New York, and so that's why it looks a little bit different. I've had a wonderful end of summer, beginning of fall vacation, and I wanted to come in because it is going to be a full moon, and a full moon is going to happen on the same day as a Mercury Retrograde. Oh my goodness, what does that mean for you and your child? Well, first off, one of the things I love to do on full moons is charge crystals. If your child has crystals that they love to use, this is going to be a beautiful harvest full moon to put your crystals out to get a full moon bath, we call it. And so this is a great time to put them out there. It is happening at, I think it's 9:55 p.m. And also a Mercury retrograde is coming into play. Now Mercury goes retrograde 3 or 4 times in a year. This Mercury retrograde is going to bring with it a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time to look in instead of out. We often do retrogrades mean to those of us in the world of astrology to redo, reevaluate, rewrite, rework. Anything with an RE has to do with a retrograde. But this time it's a little more personal. So for your children, first starting back to school, it might be a little bit tricky because Mercury also has to do with communications. And they might be struggling, they might not, but they might be struggling with the communication style of their new teachers or the new grade that they've gone into, or just getting used to being back in school. So it is a really big time for patience, patience, patience. Now let me jump back to this full moon, because this full moon is happening in my zodiac sign of Pisces. So this full moon is bringing the flavor of something very, let's say, emotional or watery, which full moons do bring on strong emotions, especially in children. Ask any teacher and they'll tell you it's a full moon and that's why. But this will be an emotional full moon because there's going to be a push and a pull, push and a pull. This push and pull is because the sun opposite the moon, well, the sun is in the exact opposite sign of a Pisces, and that's Virgo, which makes me laugh because my daughter's a Virgo. And yep, all growing up, she could tell you we were so opposite. We were opposite out to here. And as she's matured and become a mother herself, we've gotten a lot closer. But Virgos are great. They're very practical. They're very logical. They're very analytical. They sometimes are very judgmental. They're very organized. They do things in a very orderly fashion. And you have that energy opposite the Pisces energy. Now, Pisces, we are dreamers. We have our heads in the clouds sometimes. We have huge ideas. Sometimes we're living in our own realities, and sometimes we're pulling you into our dreams. We're making our dreams come true. We're putting those dreams into action. So Pisces are just so fairy tale-like. So you really have those two opposing energies that your children might be feeling. So how do you deal with these two opposing energies and a Mercury retrograde right smack in the middle of it? Very cautiously, by taking a pause. And what's the best way to take a pause? Well, a yoga breath. So we teach the children all kinds of yoga breaths, but one of my favorites is to have them close their eyes, close their ears, and close their mouths at the same time. All they can do is look inward as you do that and breathe. And you can do this yoga breath as long or as short as your child will need. So I hope you have a beautiful full moon tonight. I hope you have an easy Mercury retrograde. Remember, the Mercury retrograde also affects electronics, computers, cell phones, cars, transportation, any kind of travel plans, and communication. So keep those all in mind with this Mercury retrograde falling on this beautiful full moon. Namaste. Have a great yoga day.